So, I was wrong. We didn't hear anything about a new Sonic game at E3 or Comic-Con. I guess when Iizuka said they had begun production of the next main series Sonic game, he meant that they had decided on a title. Now, I wasn't very worried about not getting a new game until the 30th anniversary. A combination of Iizuka's statement at South by Southwest and the fact that they already had the Hedgehog Engine 2 built led me to the assumption that we were bound to get something before the 30th anniversary. But given that they haven't shown anything yet, and them already talking about the anniversary game, I think it's time to admit defeat and say that we're not going to get anything for another couple of years. Now, I'm of the opinion that developers should take their time when making a game. After all, if Sonic Team hadn't been rushed back in 2006, maybe Sonic 06 would have been received better. It's okay, 06. I still love you. However, I'm also of the opinion that it's not an outrageous request for game developers to, make games. We already had to deal with the drought between 2013 and 2017, and no, I'm not counting Boom. Not just because it was bad, but because there was seemingly no involvement from anyone who had actually worked on Sonic games prior, minus the voice actors. As well as this, the explanation we were given was that Sonic Team spent all that time developing the Hedgehog Engine 2. If that's the case, should it not take them less time now since they don't have to make a new engine? I'm no game developer, but didn't they reuse the first Hedgehog engine to that effect? There's also the argument that people make about them taking more time means the game will be better, but as we've seen from Forces, that isn't necessarily true. Also, it's not like we haven't seen Sonic Team make quality games close together. Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Sonic 06 all came out within 3 years. Unleashed came out 2 years after, Colors came out 2 years after that, and Generations was only 1 year after Colors, and Lost World came out 2 years after that. That's not even taking into account the storybook games and any others I might have forgotten. Then we had the 4-year hiatus between Lost World and Forces. Or Mania, I guess, but again, that wasn't made by Sonic Team. So if you want to count that, then sure, but I'm going by their games. Now, while some may argue that a lot of those games were poorly received because they all came out so quickly, and maybe if they had been spaced out more and had more time working on them each individually, they would have turned out better, that doesn't change the fact that they were all still complete games that were coming out at this rate. So I'd be hard-pressed to say another hiatus is going to fix anything. There's also the factor of Sonic Team apparently being shuffled around after Forces. So, what's going on? I feel there are a number of possibilities. One being that they originally intended to release a plethora of new boost games with the Hedgehog Engine 2, but held off upon seeing the lukewarm reaction to Forces. This could explain the restructuring of Sonic Team as well. They began to drastically change their plans, possibly even before Sonic Forces was out to the public. That's kind of depressing when you think about it, that they're all just scrambling, desperately trying to get something to work, but I don't think we can rule it out. There's of course the hope that they're using this time to create a Sonic game of massive size, like Breath of the Wild but for Sonic. Tons of unique locations with fully 3D gameplay and multiple playable characters, along with an epic story that will bring Sonic back to his adventure roots. But, come on guys. I'm an eternal Sonic optimist and I don't even believe that. While I'm not saying the game we get will be bad, it could still be around the level of Forces, which I like, don't get it twisted. And that sucks, because I feel like the 4-year dry period really contributed to Force's negative reception. For those of you who weren't closely following the series at that time, before we got the announcement at the Sonic Party, rumors were running crazy. I remember one being that a quote-unquote inside source at Sega said that we were getting Sonic Adventure 3 for the 25th anniversary. Of course I didn't believe that, but that should give you an idea of the stuff that was flying around. Then, when we got the Project 2017 trailer, fans were super hyped, but that trailer didn't give us much. There isn't any gameplay, there are a few hints at the story, and we know Classic Sonic is there. Some logical deduction points to it being a boost game, but in truth, we didn't know much more than we did before the party. And Sega gave us nothing else until South by Southwest the following year. While this could have worked in their favor, getting attention through people speculating, this also comes with a huge risk. If you don't control the narrative, fans run wild, essentially creating their version of the games in their mind. They envision this huge, world-shattering game that just didn't exist. So when Forces came out, sure, I thought it was good, and even from an objective standpoint, I don't think you can say the game is awful. A 3-hour, heavily automated game with an alright story and a decent amount of cool gameplay elements just doesn't live up to what we were all expecting. And Sega can only blame themselves for setting those expectations. I truly believe that if Forces came out closer to Lost World, like, let's say Rise of Lyric comes out in 2014, and then right after that we get the Forces reveal trailer and the game drops in 2015, I really do believe the game would have done better due to lowered expectations and less time for the fans to speculate. Don't get it twisted. This video is not me saying I don't want them to take time on their games, nor is it me saying that a mediocre game is excusable as long as it comes out closer to their other games. The point of this video is just to point out that I think it's weird that this is happening, and more so to say that I have no problem with Sega taking their time, but I think Sega needs to understand that if you're going to make your fans wait an extended period of time for a new game, then there's an expected level of quality that comes with that wait. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think there's still a chance we could get another game before the 30th anniversary? What do you think the cause of the dry period is? And what do you think Sega has in store for us for Sonic's next outing? As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing, help grow the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.